Namaste, hi everyone. This is Padma Wadkar, and today I have here with us a very well known, renowned singer songwriter who's a Grammy Award winner and is one of us, a Mumbaikar, Falu Shah. Falu, we are so happy to have you here today, and I look forward to having a very good conversation, enlightening conversation with you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. I have to admit that reading about your journey so far, I read up about you a lot and all of your achievements, how much you've achieved at such a young age. It was truly enriching. It was like um, your all of your journey kept unveiling, and I kept reading and I said, oh, there's more and there's more. And how much have you achieved at such a young age? It's creditable, and I feel deeply honored to have you here at Ajivasan with us today. And thank you for agreeing to come here, Falu. Thank you so much.
Padma ji, this has been such an honor to meet you, to see the facilities, the school, and learn everything about what you all do. It's fantastic. And let me just start by saying it gives me so much hope. So thank you for keeping the culture alive, the Guru Shishya Parampara alive. I think more of our nation needs this.
Thank you.
We need to see this more and more in every state, every city, because this is where our culture will stay.
True, true. You're right, actually. And I have to admit that I did have a very nice, candid chat with Falguni just before we started to shoot this interview. And I have to say that there's so much more to you than even what Wikipedia or Google or all the records in the system say. And I'm hoping that we can get a lot of this information out of you, and we will come to the part where you spoke about keeping the traditional Indian classical music alive. And we must talk about that, because I think that is something that needs to go on record. Your experience having stepped out into the world, and how you see our music in the wider spectrum, it's something that I would love for you to tell us. In fact, Falguni, can you please tell us about what exactly you are doing at present, that you're teaching at Carnegie Hall, and all of the experience that you can share with us about what you're doing right now?
Sure. Thank you for asking me that question. So I'm the Indian ambassador at Carnegie Hall, and part of it is obviously performance. I have to perform. Part of it is the education sector. So I introduce and I also help run the educational part of the work that's so huge.
Wow.
And it gets so much funding. And the main goal for us, it's a program called Musical Connections, and we have many people in teaching artists capacity that also are a part of it. But we have a staff team that makes all of the administration work go smoothly. So the goal is to take music to places where it is inaccessible.
Wow.
For examples, correctional facilities, as we like to say, we don't say prisons, hospitals, senior shelters, women's shelters, and youth. Youth-run organizations where troubled youth sometimes, kids who are not on track, they need music the most.
Wow, this is
to
brilliant.
Bring them into the channel of being in school, having a degree, or staying focused, concentration. All of that music helps.
Right.
And we as faculty members, we go to these places and we transform and try to transform their negativity or destructive energy into creativity and positivity through music. For example, my work is especially very meaningful in a correctional facility called Sing Sing, which is a maximum security prison, and it holds inmates only male men who have committed murders, who are gruesome rapists, who are horrible criminals, worst of the worst, come there. And we have 25 men, and if they like music in any capacity, maybe playing drums, writing a rap song, or just kind of trying to be, make a beat, anything inclined towards music, they can get admission. Carnegie Hall pays for it. And
Really?
in this program, when an inmate gets angry and he's about to pull out a gun or a knife and kill someone, he pulls out a pen and he writes a song.
No way.
Right. So the entire violent energy is transformed because he has this power of music. Now he has a way to express his anger, but in a creative way.
How beautiful is that? And have you really had results? Have you literally seen this transform? Have people told you that
Yeah.
they are able to, convert their, channelize their
10
negative
of them are my
energies?
friends now.
My
They
goodness.
came out and they are either music teachers, social workers, they are painters.
No way.
One of them has a job at Carnegie Hall as an administrator. Some of them lead their normal lives, trying to build communities
Oh wow.
through music.
This is
What they
unbelievable.
learned, now they're trying to do it in the outside world. So, and they're friends, and we hang out.
My goodness, that
And
is incredible.
I have seen these lives transform from criminals, brutal criminals, to amazing people who are an example
And through music.
through music.
Sureshji, I remembered, when I was in my teens and back then, you have frustrations of, you're doing your riyaz and this is not panning out or this is not. And he'd always say, I'd say, I'm crying and I'm upset. He'd say, whenever you're upset or you feel like crying, just divert your energies immediately. So immediately channelize your negative energies. And I was just saying this to a student yesterday, literally, just yesterday, that, don't, the moment you're feeling negative emotions, go and sing or play your instrument or try to channelize it. And this is beautiful. Just hearing it
Yeah.
from you, it's beautiful that you guys are working on it. तो मुझे बताइए, सीखने वाले जो बच्चे हैं जो एनरोल करते हैं, आधे देसी और क्या बाहर, do you have American students, do you have foreigners learning Indian music, or all the forms of music?
Well,
what is it that you find, especially for Indian music? Let's narrow the question.
Oh my God, there was in my entire teaching career, I've only had one Indian student.
No way, really?
Rest all are either
Hindustani music सीखने के लिए. अच्छा.
they are craving for our music. I'll tell you, there was this guy, I can't say the name, but he was 17 years old, never played a guitar before. He wanted to pick up the bass. So we have instruments, they can pick whatever they want. And then he heard Todi. Because I teach them thoughts.
Very
Main
nice.
10 thoughts.
Yes.
And then Usman said, then you can choose whichever mood. Because at that age, from 11 through 19, there are mood swings in kids. One day they're angry, one day they're hyper, one day they're like, I don't want to do anything, I just want to sit here. Alright, okay, well, relaxation music is Yaman. Chalo, Yaman gao. Okay, I'm feeling very, very excited. Let's do sarang.
क्या बात है?
Chalo, afternoon energy, nikalo. Pour everything out, come on. Okay, and then I don't want to go home today because I had a fight with my mom. Okay, let's do Bhairavi.
Oh,
Chalo.
क्या बात है?
Be quiet, kuch nahi, just do all the notes. Come on. So then he just when he heard all these scales that has emotions and can deal with, if he's feeling angry, he's like, Miss Shah, can we just do like, I want to do Puriya Dhanashri. Okay.
Okay.
Well, okay, I'm going to see my girlfriend today and I'm very nervous. Can we do Bhageshri? So they
nice.
actually, whatever emotions they are feeling, they go to the ragas.
Rag.
And they're like, okay, let me play that. And
Kya
he got
baat hai.
obsessed. He can play any raga on his bass now.
Wow.
With Shrutis, because it's a fretless bass.
Wow.
So we are helping kids cope up with anxiety, with ADHD, with oh my God, I have an exam tomorrow and I'm not prepared. Okay, you know what? Todi gal hai.
क्या बात है?
Just do that. Just
Kya baat.
sing 5 times the Aro. You'll feel better. And then we also do meditation. We do shlokas. They learn Sanskrit.
Oh my God.
They will learn Sanskrit
This is-
Sanskrit chanting. We all chant. We do Om Dyoho Shanti, Antariksha Shanti. They all do it. Even in prison, even in my class, they all do Sanskrit chanting. Because that's the pranayam and meditation is how we start. Anyway, what is the scariest thing for you? And I'm like, my country's youth not learning the rich and the beautiful traditional roots and music that they have, because one day I'm scared that to learn my music they'll have to come to America.
That will be a very sad day. But we won't let it go that
Thank
far.
you
Yeah?
so much.
We won't. We'll make sure
Thank you.
that yes.
Please
We'll
don't let that happen.
I hope to keep this whole effort alive and it's not even an effort actually for us. Just being in music and continuing to spread it is not an effort as long as there are takers, and the takers are
That's what I'm saying.
open-minded.
There need
You're
to
right.
be more
They need to be
takers.
more takers.
They need to know the हमारे बच्चों को हमारे ही कल्चर की वैल्यू करानी है, और ये माँ बाप करा सकते हैं
जी.
ये तो माँ बाप के हाथ
True.
अभी आप पूरा ही दिन वो दूसरे चैनल्स प्ले करोगे और कभी बच्चे को क्लासिकल कॉन्सर्ट में लेके ही नहीं जाओगे,
सही बात.
तो वो कैसे उसको पता चलेगा कि ये है, देयर इज एन ऑप्शन.
Yes.
इट्स अ पेरेंट्स रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. जैसे हम करते हैं एक्सपोज, बट कोरियन क्लासिकल या वियतनामीज या इंडोनेशियन ये सब लाते हैं. क्यों? हमको ज़रूरी है कि बच्चे इसको एटलीस्ट सुने, देन दे कैन पिक. बट ऑप्शन ही नहीं देंगे एज एजुकेटर्स. इफ यू डोंट गिव देम ऑप्शन, देन व्हाट आर वी डूइंग?
True. I can't agree more. बिल्कुल ठीक बात. So, Falguni, please tell us what it was like to train under Ustad Sultan Khan Sahab, such a renowned sarangi player, and can you tell us what the benefits are for a vocalist to have trained under an instrumentalist? If you think that made a difference, but apart from that, what was your whole experience training under him?
What a great question. Wow, I haven't even thought about it in such depth. But yes, I learned from Kishori Tai too.
Yes, that
So I saw how a vocalist would teach me and how an instrumentalist would teach me. And उनके approaches बहुत different थे.
I'm sure.
जैसे खान साहब सिखाते थे वो सारंगी पे सिखाते थे, गमक. हम बहुत ज़्यादा गमक वो करते थे, right? और ताई जो कहते थे वो थे सुर है बेटा, वो एक पॉइंट है. It's a point. So कुछ don't try to do anything. Just गाओ, पॉइंट पे लगाओ.
क्या बात.
इधर उधर कुछ नहीं. So हमने वो भी सीखा और हमने ये भी सीखा और अभी भी सीख रहे हैं. बट इंस्ट्रूमेंटल का अप्रोच अलग होता है, क्योंकि खान साहब वुड नॉट ही वुड टीच मी बोल्स, बट इतना ज़्यादा लैंग्वेज पे नहीं कॉन्सेंट्रेट करते थे. हम सिर्फ सुरों पे या उसके जो इमोशंस हैं, जैसे अगर भैरव सीखा, अहिर भैरव सीखा, तो अहिर भैरव का इमोशन क्या है वो पकड़ो. ताई ये लिरिक्स क्या बोल रहा है, कवन बटरिया गैलो, तो वो गैलो जाना चाहिए. कहाँ गया? Don't sing just as in without thinking of the lyrics. There is a reason there is lyrics. Even in Indian classical music, there is a reason there is lyrics.
I'm loving this.
तो वो बोल रहे थे कवन बटरिया गैलो, तो वो दिखना चाहिए वो कहाँ गए, ऐसे ही मत गाओ. So hers was a lyrical, aesthetic approach of making a lyrical story. Khasa's approach was making a story through notes. Right? बोल कुछ भी हो जाए, वो मुझे बोलते थे तुम मुझे सुर में बताओ ये कहाँ जा रहा है. बोल की चिंता मत करो, पहले वो सीखा फिर ये सीखा. तो मुझे पता चला कि दोनों इम्पोर्टेंट है
जी. सुर
भी मेरे पास अल्फाज नहीं हुए तो मैं सुर से कैसे बताऊंगी, आलाप में सिर्फ आकार में कैसे बताऊंगी.
क्या बात.
एक जगह. और अगर मेरे पास अल्फाज हुए तो उसको ध्यान में रख करके, जैसे एक और इंस्टेंस बोलाला बहुत मुश्किल था किशोरी ताई के साथ, बिकॉज
अच्छा
उनमें हम चीटिंग नहीं कर सकते थे. राइट? तो जैसे हमने कौन सा सीखा था, वी लर्न अहिर भैरव. अलबेला सजन आयोरी, इसमें बोल अलग जब बनाओ, अलबेला सजन आयोरी, फिर सजन न आ योरी नहीं होना चाहिए. शी वुड बी मैड. if I broke the word.
क्या बात है.
Lyrical, no destruction.
I love that.
Alvela, Sajana, Ayuri.
हाँ.
Whatever combination, the lyric should not be mushed up.
क्या बात है.
So that was, it was, हम तो डर जाते थे, हम ताई हमसे कुछ नहीं गाया जाता, ताई कुछ नहीं. नहीं नहीं, चलो, think and sing, करो करो करो, करते रहो, करते रहो, करते रहो. वो भी बैठते थे हमारे साथ.
Musically, what was the biggest challenge for you when you moved to the US? Musical.
अरे इतने ज़्यादा थे.
अच्छा.
I think हमारा जो म्यूजिक है वो मेलोडी बेस्ड है ना, और उनका जो म्यूजिक है वो हार्मनी बेस्ड
हाँ.
पूरा.
हाँ.
So हमको वो बहुत मुश्किल था.
अच्छा.
I had to learn songwriting, composition, harmonies. I had to learn how to play the guitar, how to play piano, how to
अच्छा.
make, सब सीखा.
अच्छा.
क्योंकि just I only knew ragas, I only knew folk music, I only knew ठुमरी दादरा. तो मैं गाना कैसे लिखूं फिर?
तो ये सारा आपने 19 साल की उम्र के बाद जब वहाँ आप गए उसके बाद सीखा.
I learned composition.
And what motivated you to make your Grammy Award winning album, A Colorful World?
Oh.
That's the story.
You know, my dad died last year. When my father passed away, I was completely shocked and traumatized because he passed away suddenly in my arms with a heart attack.
Oh.
And I shut down. I couldn't believe what happened. And my friends, my producers, my team, who always like works with me, they just like, we can't see her go down like this. No. So then slowly my producer started telling me. She never asked me to sing because I wouldn't sing. गा ही नहीं सकती थी. I was in a shock. So she would say, अच्छा, tell me, write something about your memory with your dad in a park. जब तू छोटी थी, what did you do with your father? Because I was just with my dad all day long.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I used to go to the Lions Park either.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the farm. I went to museums. My dad showed me how to fly a kite. Started writing about my memories with my dad. And that became the album.
Oh, really? Really? Wow.
It's very personal.
Oh, okay.
And then they just started capturing it. Like, okay, what did you write today? Oh, I didn't write anything. Right, don't worry. I'll call you tomorrow. See if something comes in. Because they never forced me. My team never forced me.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, see if you can write 2 lines. Tell me, what did your dad do with you? Oh, he used to paint with me. हम crayons करते थे. Crayons are wonderful. Yeah. You know. So, my father's memory, I started jotting it and writing songs. And that bond became Colorful World.
क्या बात है.
So music brought me out of depression and shock and trauma of my father's loss. So वहाँ पे भी आ गया healing. It's such a healing device. But it became very, my teammates were very organic about it. They never forced it. They let it happen. So I'm saying music can be a powerhouse to convert. It's a powerhouse to bring a person out of depression, out of shock, trauma, brings you out, just uplifts you from anything, you know. I've seen it firsthand.
I agree. What were your biggest lows in the course of your journey? Were there times when you felt like you would hit rock bottom? Yeah.
Oh yes. I can't even tell you how many moments.
Really?
I used to pull my hair in front of Khan Sahab. Khan Sahab nahi hota hai, koi sunne nahi aa raha hai mera gana. Nobody wants Indian music. I don't have an audience. Mujhe koi concerts nahi de raha hai. Nobody's booking me. Khan Sahab like, breathe, pranayam karo. Then he'll say, beta, forget about everybody. तुम अल्लाह के लिए गाओ. कुछ मत सोचो. उसके लिए गाओ. छोड़ो. आए नहीं आए तुम चिंता मत करो. Just बैठो रियाज करने and उसके लिए गाओ. वो सुन लेगा तो दुनिया सुन लेगी.
क्या बात है.
कितनी बड़ी बात.
वो
सुन लेगा तो दुनिया सुन लेगी. छोड़ो. So then I forget. I just kept. I'm like, I tried and failed and tried and failed and kept going. Khan Sahab,
and look at how much you're doing now.
Khan Sahab is like, don't look back, keep going. बहुत guru to.
Yeah.
Oh, he is not only just somebody who shows me ragas. He's somebody who shows me
Life
life
lessons. Yeah.
and approach and never give up. Like,
True.
keep going.
True. And now that you've had, you've had your share of lows, your highs, and all of that, how would you advise people in the music industry? How would you advise them to deal with the ups and the downs? What could be the mantra that you need to, keep chanting in your head to keep yourself going?
As my guru taught me, he says, music, never look at it as a destination. That's the first thing. It's not about
It's the journey.
the destination. It's about the journey.
Yes.
So if you focus on the journey, what does it matter?
Mm.
Right? If you fall, if you go, if you fall, if you rise, it's a part of journey. I used to eat rejection in breakfast, rejection in lunch, rejection in dinner, and rejection for dessert.
That much, huh?
नहीं बोलते थे सब, because हमारे पास audience नहीं था Indian कि कोई हमारा गाना सुनने आए. I had to make my audience.
Kudos to you actually to have gone from this end of the spectrum to the other.
Yeah,
Really.
no, I had nobody, no support system. कोई नहीं आता था हमको सुनने के लिए. हम जा के flyers बनाकर चिपकाते थे. Every grocery store, everybody I met, every taxi stand, every bus stop would put a flyer. Come and hear us.
So tell me, how would you advise people who are desirous of making a living through music? Okay, but not necessarily having to have another job, because very often as teachers, mentors or guides, we do tend to tell youngsters that parents चाहते हैं ना पढ़ाई लिखाई करो because you need a backup, and we do have to say it on some occasions and there are people who are saying we are ready to give it our all, but they're worried that they won't be able to make a living through music.
It's it's a fair and a great question, because I myself went to school. So after learning music, I went to medical technology school.
You did?
I did, because I'm a mother now of a young child. And I agree with those parents when they say कि इस पता नहीं ये चलेगा कि नहीं, because it's subjective. Music is a subjective field. ऐसा नहीं है कि चलने ही वाला है, right? So I never had to do it because चल गया मेरा, but I have a degree in medical technology.
Did you ever have to use it?
I had to do odd jobs.
Okay.
So I used to sell cell phones and TVs in a shop called Radio Shack.
Wow.
So I did 3 jobs.
Really?
Yeah, I had to make money, living. I was a sales girl for 4 hours from 6 to 10. I used to teach from 12 to 6, and then I also did my medical school.
It's very important. Everyone needs to listen carefully. Yes. Very important.
So बाद में फिर जब टाइम मिलता था रियाज करते थे. ऑफिस में जब लंच आवर था रियाज कर लो. When if I had to do shopping and go out, गाना गाओ. Sing in the bus. Start singing in the bus. Om karo, breathing karo, pranayam karo. So plan the day very efficiently, not just being overwhelmed. I had to do 2 jobs. I went to school. I did my practice. I went to Berkeley. I taught.
क्या बात है?
You have to, right? I mean, because I was not born in a gold cradle.
Exactly.
I had to make my life from scratch. So I understand when parents say कि एक आध degree रख लो, तो if it doesn't, you भूखे नहीं रहोगे. And I think it's smart to have something that you can fall back on while you still are making a name.
True.
Yeah. So I did it myself.
That's what I needed to just hear from you actually. So I'm glad that we heard it the way you said it, because it's the journey. Like in music, it's the journey. The journey is very important. A lot of people need to know the struggles, and that it's not as simple as it seems. It's not all hunky dory. It's difficult. People who get there didn't just get there.
No.
They actually traveled that distance, and they've had their
We
share
used to have a budget of $3 a day. That was our budget, because school में थे हमारे पास हम दोनों students थे. $3 budget for 1 day for a meal. So हमने एक daily ढूंढी थी वहाँ पर, इतने rice and beans देते थे. So me and my husband would eat half.
Wow.
For the whole day.
क्या बात.
And that would be our lunch and dinner and breakfast.
So
a musician should have control on hunger, sleep, and thirst. क्योंकि लाइफ में है कि नहीं मिल सकता ये कभी, तो भी गाना गाओ, right? So we used to go on tour, and हमारे बस में कभी कभी there were no बस में जब we used to go and sleep, तो गैस स्टेशंस आते नहीं थे, 100 miles, तभी बाथरूम लगती है. Musician should have a control on bathroom.
पानी नहीं पीते हैं,
पानी नहीं, ठीक है, you can sing. Bathroom नहीं, ठीक है, you can control. Sleep नहीं, ठीक है, you can sing. You're sick, you're fine. So ये सब हमने सिखाया.
Is the scope of independent music increasing in India, in your opinion? Do you see that it's growing?
I haven't spent that much time here to kind of really assess this, but from what I'm seeing, I see a lot of people doing independent music. Now, I don't know if they have grand success like Bollywood. I'm still looking.
That will take a while, I guess.
नहीं समझ आ रहा है, इतना नहीं समझ आ रहा है.
Independent music, yeah, it has its struggle. It's just growing right now, and it's so popular in the West. That it's only independent music.
I've been an independent musician all my life. Never had a record deal. Never had a label. I did everything myself.
Yes.
I learned music business. I learned how to record. I record my own albums. I have a little studio. I learned mastering, engineering, recording, mic technique, and everything.
Beautiful.
We don't have to if you don't know it, you can't survive. When you're a musician, you are this.
Always.
You're never this.
No.
अगर ऐसा रहो तो हो गया.
हो गया. Always it.
Humility comes with one person in the interview asked me, if you are not going to be having this attitude, you're not going to be you've considered successful.
Will not be perceived as.
And I'm like, well, that has nothing to do with my work.
Yeah, exactly.
My work talks for itself. Why should I have attitude?
You have to? True.
Right? So in the West, it's opposite. The more successful you are, the more humble you are. And I learned that from Yo-Yo Ma. My first lesson in Boston at 19 when I collaborated with him.
Wow.
We were doing Silk Road project. We were on tour, and he wanted coffee, and I was just like this, sitting there, and a person comes in. Yo, what would you like to have? Coffee, tea? Oh, thank you. Actually, what would you like to have, Falu? He stood up and he got coffee for every artist.
क्या बात है?
He didn't tell that boy or the person who was asking. He's like, I got it. Not only did he take coffee for himself, he got it for all of us. That's humility. I learned so much from these Western musicians about humility, about respect, about attitude, about openness, about sharing and learning with absolute humble, as if you're just an open book. Only then you can learn. If you go like this, what are you going to learn? Right? So my Philip Glass, Yo-Yo Ma, Ricky Martin.
Wow.
So humble. My God. Wyclef Jean. You name them. And they are the most humble, sweet people I've met in my entire life.
Lovely.
The more higher they are, the more humble they are.
Ought to be like that. But yeah, we learn differently in different cultures, I guess. Did learning Indian classical music help you pick up or understand other music better?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If I didn't have Indian classical music, I would be lost. Our music is so rich, so beautiful. It has this. If you know Indian classical music, you can sing anything in this world. Be it rap, be it Western music, be it chords, be it composition, be it songwriting, be it hip hop. I can even rap with my sargam. Right?
Yes.
My niece here, she's like, Falu Foy, you don't understand rap. I'm like, really? Let me try. And then she played a loop, because these kids, they want to make loops. I'm like, and she's like, I'm like, Indian classical music, you can do anything.
Right. What you were doing, I was really hearing it like one, like a tihai or like a really.
If we know this, हमारा म्यूजिक तो इतना कॉम्प्लेक्स, इतना रिच है, ये सब करने में कितना टाइम लगता है?
सही बात है, बिल्कुल सही बात है. I agree with you.
So we can go in the Bronx and we can rap with the rappers, no problem.
Yeah. Lovely. Okay, so do you think that our music is appreciated more outside India? How would you say that played a role in your success? Do you think?
Oh my God.
Hamara music has.
Hamara music is not just appreciated; it is worshipped outside India. I will tell you these. I do this musical explorer series with 6, 7 and 8 years old, है ना? और वो हमारा जोक गाते हैं, छोटे छोटे बच्चे. तो उनको सिखाओ गामा पानी सा नी पानी गामा गामा सा गा नी सा मा गा गा सा नी 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 सा नी नी सा गा 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 सा गा 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 सा पूरा गाते हैं.
क्या बात है.
They love it. They ऐसे ये बच्चे लोग ऐसे they jump and they sing Indian classical music. They love it. पूरा 600 kids in the auditorium are jumping on our jog.
और वो स्वर वगैरह बोलते हैं.
हाँ, they will say गामा पानी गामा 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 पानी बोलते हैं.
क्या बात है.
बच्चे they are sponges.
Yes.
These kids are छोटे बच्चे are sponges. You can teach them anything, and they will take everything in. So we have a program that is only based to teach Indian music, and I do it every 3 years. It's called Musical Explorers, and हमारे 20,000 kids in America learn our music.
क्या बात है, क्या बात है. So quality and quantity of work, which should an artist focus on when they are starting out?
Well, if you need money, you should do both, because you want money. But make sure that there is a level that you don't fall below.
Yes.
Like पहले मुझे बहुत पैसे चाहिए थे because I didn't have money to pay my bills. तो वो लोग कोई गाना आया था, and some lyrics are inappropriate, so I won't say it, but अभी ये गा लो, and I walked out of stage. Even that I needed those $300, but I'm like, I'm sorry, but I won't do it. And the organizer was like, well, अड़ गया. It's like, if you're not going to sing it, I'm not going to pay you. I'm like, okay, thank you very much. I walked out. Because there is a principle that everybody may have, may not. I had it. I'm not going to go and sing cheap lyrics. That will embarrass my child or my mother.
Yes.
I just have that. So I starved that day and I went to sleep hungry, but that's okay.
So basically, at least set a standard and don't drop
for yourself.
True. So would you rather collaborate with an artist you get along with, or an artist you don't get along with but excels at his or her art?
Both. You cannot have limitations as an artist.
True.
You have to overcome. You don't like them, that's something that you work on. But you don't leave opportunities because you don't like that artist. You work around it.
True. Do you resonate with a question such as people who practice regularly are never nervous on stage? So is Riyaz the way out of nervousness, or what is
one of the ways is Riyaz, because that gives you confidence, right? One of the ways is a meditation, because in meditation you look inward.
Okay.
So that helps you.
Really?
Yeah, coming out from any of these limitations that you might impose yourself, and like डर जाती हूँ. Okay, take a minute, look inward, tell yourself that you're going to be okay, and it will be okay. Like, it's practice of telling yourself.
Did you have nervousness?
No, I didn't. Somehow I was blessed.
Lovely. So the last question here is an ideal day in Falu's life.
I practice every day, so I get up at 4:30.
Really?
Every day. This सुबह का रियाज is very
बहुत
ज़रूरी है. So वो तो करती हूँ. Then my ideal day is always like I have to take my son to school. So I'll make breakfast for him, but I also meditate with him in the morning, and वो भी गाता है.
अच्छा.
I wake him up thoda sa early, like he sometimes is a little bit grouchy, but you know nishad karna hai, right? Chalo chalo, okay. So we do meditation and riyaz together. I feed him breakfast, take him to school, come back, do my whatever I need to do my work, and then pick him up again, run. I run every day.
Oh, you run.
Yes.
Nice.
To have to be fit to sing.
nice.
Otherwise, stage pe fir then you are thake hue.
Yes.
You cannot
Yes.
active nahi ho. You gotta run every day, no matter what. 20 degrees of weather, snow ho, snowstorm ho, run. What the heck? It's like a discipline. And then I come back and then school, homework. And then I'm like a mom. I'm such a mom. My world revolves around my son.
Yeah.
And if I'm on tour, then I have to do my tour work.
Right. Yeah. But Falu, it's been great, really great talking with you. Thank you once again for
Thank
coming
you
here.
for
Thank you
having
for giving
me.
us your valuable time and also so much valuable knowledge, information, your life experiences. It's been great. It's been really lovely. Thank you. Thank you once again.
Thank you.